Welcome back to Prison Pen Pals, and in this episode we're going to be looking at letters sent from Richard Ramirez to two different women. In these letters, he writes poetry, talks about what he would do if he won the lottery, and shares memories from his life. Richard was hugely popular with women, and still is today. Women will profess their love for him in the comments. Have a look for yourself. So if you would have written to Richard Ramirez when he was alive, this is the kind of response you would have received.
I believe in the evil in human nature. This is a wicked world, and in a wicked world, wicked people are born. I'm not going to blame society, my race, or people, or anything. It is up to the individual like myself to keep on knocking on whatever door they want to get into.
Before we start, if you want to write to inmates like I do, then use the service I use. It's called Gmail. It's fast and it's secure, and it means you don't have to use your home address. That's the main reason why I like it. I get physical letters sent to my house, but I don't give my address out to anyone else. Just go check out the website. And if you enjoy this video, please give it a like and subscribe if you're new. We just missed out on the target of 150 likes in a week, and I mean just. So let's see if we can do it this week. Thank you. The first few letters were sent to a woman who, for privacy reasons, we're gonna call Jen, roughly sometime in 2010. Firstly, I want to mention this paper. It's clearly young children's writing paper, and not what I would expect to receive from one of the most notorious devil-worshipping serial killers.
Hi, how's everything? I hope good. Could you send me 50 sheets of this type of paper? Thank you. The inversion table looks good. What's the definition of the word pessimistic?
That's such an interesting thing to ask. I wonder if people said stop being pessimistic to him a lot, and then imagine people saying that to you and you don't have a clue what they were talking about. If anyone is pessimistic, I would imagine it was the Night Stalker on death row.
I liked your bird and dragonfly drawing. I've never seen the Life series on Animal Planet. Thank you for the Hello Kitty cards you made. They were nice. Which friend of yours was going to visit you in July? Anyway, if you get Asian beauties or barely legal, send 3 or 4 pages. Just cover with crown and bikini over the nude spots.
That was a pretty bizarre series of text. 1 second he's asking when a friend's visiting, and the next he jumps to Asian beauties and barely legal. Just colour in the cheeky bits. This is part of what I find so interesting about Ramirez letters. They're so scattered, and you can clearly see his mind racing, but it's never too far away from his sexual fantasies.
Have you ever seen Saturday Night Fever? Cool disco movie. Never did get into disco. Helicopter I was in went over. I never did go to Hooters.
The poor guy never got to go to Hooters. Is Hooters even still allowed? The next letter is from July 2010.
Hi, sending you all my love.
Do you think he said this to all the girls who wrote him?
I did like a few Beatles songs. Have you ever seen the movie First Blood? I like the scenery in it.
I found this comment quite funny. When people talk about Rambo, the scenery is generally not the first thing they mention. But looking at it again, he does have a point. He's obviously very desensitized to violence.
No, I never wore cologne when I was free.
In the Netflix documentary, The Night Stalker, it's mentioned that Richard Ramirez had terrible body odour and smelled similar to a goat. So maybe he should have put some on.
What does Katie like to do for fun? What's her favorite ice cream? Who's her favorite actor? Ever read to her?
I'm assuming these are questions about Jen's daughter. I wouldn't know what to think if Ramirez was asking questions about my daughter. I actually got a comment today, and it's from a viewer talking about her friend who abruptly stopped writing to Ramirez because he asked sickening questions about her daughter. So potentially, it's only a matter of time for Jen. It's easy to forget who sits behind these words.
As far as Satan is concerned, I believe in a malevolent being. His description eludes me, but I have felt powers that are evil.
Next up is some poetry by Ramirez.
Here's a verse I dedicate to you. Your every beauty and joy forever, your loveliness increases, but we'll keep a sleep full of sweet dreams, a flower from nature to keep gloomy days away and hold us together. You're a shape of beauty, in the middle of forest, all stories of love that have been read, an endless fountain of drink in my eye. You will always be my sky. Hope you like it.
Have all the Ramirez groupies just melted? Let me know in the comments if you consider yourself to be one, and why.
Here's a list of a few movies. Martyrs, 2008. The Stewardess, 70. Betty BWE, 86. Black Snake Moon. Sex Lies Videotape. The Tin Drum. Butcher Boy. Sin Pictures. Hurry Back. Love. Richard.
First, Martyrs is a very graphic film. I wouldn't have thought the prison would have allowed it, as most prisons I know, they're pretty strict on that kind of stuff. And at the end, when he says send pictures, he's really saying send nudes.
In all the pics you send, try to have feet showing. I've masturbated to all the pictures you've sent, except for pets, of course.
I would love to know what Jen gets out of sending pictures of herself to Ramirez. I'd imagine that it turned her on, thinking that the Night Stalker was pleasuring himself over photos of her. I also like how he put, except the pets of course, like it's obvious that the sexual sadist, serial killing pedophile would not find animals attractive.
He needed to associate gruesome violence with sex in order to be completely satisfied. He also told me that he had to violently fantasize about his victims before he could go away sexually gratified.
They are desires, whereas if I didn't give in to them, I would be crushed by them.
Here are lyrics to a song. There comes a time, got no patience, to look for peace of mind. It's something that's cold, no excuses that I know. It's all fine, walk down the line, leave the rain for sunshine. And if we change, well, I will always love and remember you anyway. It's a song by Alice in Chains. I can't recall the title though. I changed the lyrics up a bit, but not too much. Write soon. Hurry back. Love, Richard.
This song is called No Excuses by Alice in Chains. It's mad to think of Ramirez rocking out to music like this. Now I'm going to show you 2 letters sent from Ramirez to a woman for privacy reasons we're going to call Sarah, from July 2011. Just before we get to them, I want to say thank you to Cult Collectibles for letting me share with you these Ramirez letters. You can thank them yourself by following them on Instagram and checking out all the new listings that they have, including these letters. So head over to Insta and search for Cult Collectibles. I'll leave a link in the description as well.
Greetings. My best to you and your family. Thanks for the brochure of the water theme park. Send more.
What does Ramirez want with brochures from water theme parks? Is it some form of escapism? To keep up with things he might have been interested in on the outside? I just wouldn't have thought of sending Richard Ramirez water theme park brochures.
I did write to a couple of your friends. Say hi to Mackenzie. How's she doing? I hope she's good.
He's definitely writing to all her friends and asking for nudes. How many of you would send nudes to Ramirez if he asked?
If you could live in any time period, which would it be?
The present day or future? Definitely would not go back in time.
I'd pick the 60s.
Groovy.
When did you first hear of me?
Oh, I was one of the people going, Matador, Matador, when your face was on the front of the paper and we were chasing you down the street.
If you won the lottery, what would you do with the winnings? I'd buy an island and fill it with girls in bikinis. Take lots of vacations, too. That's all for now. Send pictures. Your friend, Richard.
Ramirez missed out big time on Hooters. He sounds like he's their custom-made clientele. This is another letter sent to Sarah.
Greetings. I don't get that much mail now. Typing your letters is fine. So you're 32. That's a good age to be. Hope you have a good birthday in March. You doing anything special? Thanks for the pictures. They were excellent. Send more, please. Does Taylor know you write to me?
No doubt another woman is also sending him nudes.
Yeah, I got expelled from high school a few times myself. So you lived in San Diego. I went there on vacation when I was 9 or so. Lots of ships and sailors from what I remember. So you work in auto parts. I had a Cadillac Fleetwood that stopped running. Couldn't figure out what the problem was. Finally found out it was the gas filter. I never graduated, but did get my GED. Happy birthday to Cassie as well. My best to your daughter.
Again, these women are opening up their children to Ramirez. I bet they sent him photos as well, not knowing that he's a paedophile. I wonder if Ramirez instigated this each time.
He was fired, he was dismissed due to the cause that he had tried to molest two little kids that were going up the elevator.
I never did get tattoos, but if I had, they would have been done in color. Enclosed is a picture of me from my courtroom days. You like some good bands. Out of all the places you've been to, which was your favorite? I've only been through New Mexico and Arizona. Nice, but too hot to live there. Ever been to Niagara Falls in Canada? I used to have a Doberman. They're outlawed in Holland. Also had a St. Bernard. He didn't do too well in warm weather. Also had Asian betta fish. They like to fight in the fish tank. Oh, the pic I'm sending of myself is not from courtroom days.
This was one page of Richard Ramirez's letter, unedited. I wanted you to experience how scattered his thoughts were. So many questions, and often one sentence is totally unrelated to the other. He also hardly speaks in depth about anything. All very quick comments and quick references. I feel it's all small talk to get what he wants. Nude photos of women. I don't believe he was really interested in any of these women at all, but that's just my opinion. That's it for this episode of Prison Pen Pals. Until next time, stay sane.